Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. Today is Monday, September 9th. We have the first Monday Night Football game of the year. It's going to be the New York Jets traveling to take on the 49ers. We have the return of Aaron Rodgers for the Jets as they look to make the playoffs this season. Should be a very entertaining game between the two good teams. Hope everybody has a really good start to their weekend on Monday, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, take a look at this graphic from Sunday. Still some games going right now. It is 5:30 p.m. Central Time, so just a couple recaps here. Miami minus 3.5. Started the game off really slow. It felt like they should have covered later. Tua had some really bad passes. Tua had some really bad sacks in that game. Jags played tough. Miami did win 20-17 on a game-winning field goal. Pats plus 7.5. This one felt really good. Bengals, horrible. Horrible. Patriots, not a really good team, but they played some really good defense in that game. Cardinals and Bills, that one flew over 47.5. Both good offenses in that game. Broncos plus 6, still going right now. 19-13. Bo Nix does not look like he's comfortable back there playing in Seattle for his first game, but still some game left. Hopefully he can get us a win there. That'd go a long way for us. And then the Rams and the Lions over 51.5 on turf tonight. Should be a good game there. With player props here, Rome Odunze over 41.5 did not cash. I think he only had 20. Caleb Williams did not look good. 91 passing yards I think he had. But the Bears, man, they didn't stop. I think they were down 17-0, came back 124-17. So shout out to the Bears. Defense played great. Special teams played great. Keon Coleman, over 31.5 receiving yards, had 20-something, and then Josh Allen hit him on the sideline for about a 30-yard gain. So that one did cash. We have Dave Montgomery tonight. Anytime touchdown, minus 130 as the play there. So hopefully we win the player prop, go 2-1 on the day. We need at least one of the game picks to have a winning day on the game pick side as well. Here's a look at the leaderboard. 2-1 the game picks. 1-1 the player prop so far, 7-4 start. Let's try to get a sweep here for Monday night. We're going to be looking at the standalone game. Jets against the 49ers. First game on Monday Night Football to start the year off. This video is probably going to be just a little bit shorter because we only have one game to look at and only two player props, but this should be a really fun game. Again, first game on Monday Night Football. Couldn't ask for a better matchup here. Both these teams, expectations, they're high to make the playoffs, maybe a little bit more. For the play, I'm going to take the Jets here, +4 on the road. And before anybody says anything, I know the 49ers are a very good team, but last season, the Jets, they were a pretty good team themselves, and they didn't have a quarterback. They just had one of the best defenses in the NFL, and they're going to have the exact same thing defense this season. The only difference from the Jets last season to this season is now they have a Hall of Fame quarterback who hopefully will not get hurt in the first drive of the game here. The Jets go from not a playoff team, only scoring 14 points per game last season, to now having the ability to score 28 to 30 points per game with Aaron Rodgers back there. I do think Aaron Rodgers has lost a little bit of a step, but if we're talking about their quarterback situation from last season, Tim Boyle and Zach Wilson, or you want Aaron Rodgers back there, I think he's going to be just fine this game. I think he's been waiting for this moment for over a year now. He tried to come back last season, but I'm not entirely sure if that was a real opportunity. I think he just wanted to get the guys more engaged on the season. And I don't love Brock Purdy. I think he's a fine quarterback, but it really helps that he has all those weapons in the NFL to throw to. If you take away those weapons, I think we're looking at another Daniel Jones with Brock Purdy. I just don't see it. Some people see it. I don't. I think we're going to see a lot of passes 2 yards from the line of scrimmage from him. We're probably going to see a lot of passes behind the line of scrimmage as well. He's just going to try to get the playmakers the ball, and then they do the rest. I think it's going to be a very competitive game. So I'm going to take the points here with Aaron Rodgers. Jets +4. I think the 49ers at home, they find a way to win 20-23 battle in what should be a pretty good defensive battle. Let's go over to the player props for this game. Again, these are not going to be very long player props. But I think we've got two good player props, so we have a really good chance to win. I do want to say, if you can find some field goal props, that's where I would go. I can't find anything for these field goals in this game. Both teams, I think, should be over 1.5 field goals. So if you can find that, go for it. But looking at these other player props, we're going to start with Deebo Samuel of the 49ers. Over 12.5 rushing yards going up against the Jets. The 49ers are also very creative, trying to get their best players the ball in their hands however they can. And sometimes we see Deebo Samuel line up in that backfield. Sometimes Brock Purdy is just going to throw it out to him for a little slip screen, but throws it behind the line of scrimmage. It feels like Deebo Samuel gets a lot of opportunities to run the ball for the 49ers. So I don't think this is a very high number, even though it is going up against that tough Jets defense. I like the over here, 12.5 rushing yards for Deebo Samuel. For the other player, we're going to be looking at the Jets, probably their best player on the field. Give me Breece Hall to go over his receiving yards in this one. So we have a running back taking the over receiving yards, wide receiver taking the over rushing yards. This number's out right now at 27.5 receiving yards, and I love this play because we have Aaron Rodgers back. He's really good at deciding what to do with the ball early and often. If things don't look right down the field, he's going to check it down to Breece Hall a lot in this game. And with that 49ers defense, there's most likely going to be a lot of times where everything's covered up in the secondary. Hall last season was also really effective catching the ball out of the backfield, so I'm sure they've got a couple screens ready for him in this game. And whenever this guy gets the ball, he's kind of like a Deebo Samuel. He's fast, he's athletic. He'll make a couple people miss. I love the play here for Breece Hall. Over 27.5 receiving yards as the last play there. Let's take a look at the graphic. We're going to be taking the Jets, +4 against the 49ers. Breece Hall, over 27.5 receiving yards against the Niners. And then Deebo Samuel, over 12.5 rushing yards going up against the Jets. Guys, that's going to do it for the NFL Plays and Props for Monday, September 9th slate of games. If you guys enjoy the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.